What's up? Think International, Jeff Moore's here at the NACC, and I'm with Shaun King from HopeMob. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. Good to see you. Glad to be here with you.
Good to see you too. Now, HopeMob, how old is it? How long has it been around?
HopeMob just launched this past April here in 2012. We've been building it for almost 6 months, but we just launched our platform in April.
Now, what's the premise of it?
Well, the idea is that there are so many things that divide people and keep us from working together to make change happen.
Yeah.
And HopeMob is all about unifying people across all the divisions from denominations and ethnicity, getting everybody together, and we rally around one human story at a time. And so if you go to HopeMob.org, at any given time, we're just telling one story of somebody in need, and then we have this huge community, hundreds of thousands of people that come together and kind of mob that story with hope.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Now, you've utilized social media to really get that message out there. Is that correct?
Yeah, social media. It's really a social media-driven platform. We operate more like a tech startup than we do a traditional charity. Okay. So we have almost 400,000 people on Twitter that follow what we do. That's @Hope on Twitter, and Twitter actually donated the @Hope name to us.
Wow.
And so we have like over 100,000 people on Facebook, and it's really driven by social media. And so we tell those stories through social media, and we rally people through social media just to show them that they can make a difference in the world.
Now, from an organizational standpoint, how do you, because social media is a big time right now. It's the up and coming deal. It's the new trend. But how do you really harness that? Like there's churches, organizations, and stuff out there that they try for 2 months. They start a Twitter account and maybe a Facebook fan page, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
How do you take advantage and grasp it?
Yeah, there are a lot of things that we did. So our platform for HopeMob started in April, but we did kind of the opposite of what a lot of people do. We started building our community online in November of 2011. Okay. So for 6 months before we launched our website and our platform, we started building these communities online and Twitter and Facebook.
Sure.
And you really do have to stick with it. It's something that you have to do on a daily basis, a regular basis. Right. And so through Twitter and Facebook, we started trying to find people that were really interested in changing the world, but were kind of frustrated with the way it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
And so it started out, it was just like my family and friends. It was like my mom and my wife. And then it was my mom and my wife and their friends. And it grew to a few hundred people, and then it was a few thousand people, and then it was 10,000 people, and it just snowballed. And so some of what you have to do as a church or ministry is find out what your niche is and really excel in that niche. And so for Hillsong, it may be promoting worship and international ministry.
Sure.
But for another church, it may be something altogether different. So some of it is just finding what your special niche is and really excelling in that and sticking with it. But people can contact me if they want advice, for sure.
Right on. So with that, though, you have to find your niche.
Yeah.
Which means as an organization, you have to whittle it down to that one thing you do.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what HopeMob, there's so many different directions we could take HopeMob.
Yeah.
But we're all about telling human stories and uniting people that normally would never do life together, be it conservatives and liberals, Democrats and Republicans, people from all ethnicities.
Right.
And so that's what we're about. And so everything that we post on Facebook and Twitter, everything that we say, it's all about either telling those stories or bringing people together. So you have to kind of do the hard work of determining who are we, what's our core identity, and how can we zero in on that.
Where did this start? I mean, obviously it started with you, but how did you, in a sense, whittle that down? Because to help people is such a broad spectrum, but how did you whittle it down into HopeMob?
Yeah, well, the idea from HopeMob really came from some experience I had kind of rallying people together to do good online. But what I found is that if you don't already have a social network, if you already don't have thousands of people that follow you on Twitter, if you're a single mom and you're on the verge of homelessness, it's hard to find help online.
Yeah.
And so there are lots of charity platforms out there, but those charity platforms really require you to bring your own network to the table. Right. And so a lot of people with really critical needs, they go to use these charity platforms and nothing happens. And so those people started reaching out to me and just saying, hey, how do we do what you do? And I realized I couldn't help them because the only reason it was working for me is I had my own personal network. And so what we do with HopeMob is when we tell a story, we don't put the burden on the person in pain to find the people to come help them. We find those people for them. So HopeMob is all about kind of bringing the community to the need and not putting the burden on the person to find everyone themselves.
Find everyone themselves. Now, what are the websites and whatnot for HopeMob?
Yeah, I love people can go to HopeMob.org.
Okay.
And if you or you can Google HopeMob and you can see we had a really huge Kickstarter campaign, and that was the largest nonprofit Kickstarter campaign ever.
Wow.
And you can learn a lot about us. Oprah's blogged about it. I mean, it was on CNN, and so you can Google HopeMob or go to HopeMob.org. You can follow @Hope on Twitter, and we're really grassroots. And so our goal is to become a world-class charity, but we're not there yet.
But you're on your way, man,
Yeah,
for
man.
sure, for sure. Shaun, hey, thanks so much,
thanks.
man. Incredible, love what you guys are doing. HopeMob, Think International, NACC.